So, hi all together. We are here at Cannes Lions Festival. It's our first day. Actually, it's the second day of the festival, Monday, and we're together with Paul Squirrell from Thenetwork One. First question to the festival. What are you expecting this year? Are there any changes in terms of creativity or where things are going?
I think it's interesting the way that the digital side has developed over the last few years, and inevitably I think we'll see that grow this year. But also I think we should not dismiss the more traditional media, and I know there's a movement to say that advertising is not sexy anymore, it's not a trendy phrase, but hey, let's not forget it. And I think one of the great things about Cannes is you come here and you see some really great creative work across all the different platforms, and it's the stuff that really stands out, and they're quite selective about what they put up and what they award, and that's great because it's the creative work that makes the hairs on the back of your neck stand up, that you think, yeah, this is really good. I think this year is about the same size as last year in terms of the festival, and I think there's an awful lot going on. They've separated it out into different streams, so it'll be interesting to see how it works. I've been here since Friday. The feedback so far has been really good, and yeah, I think it's going to be a good week.
Okay. Is it still like the last years that you have to stand in line for hours to get in the seminars?
Yeah, I think that's always going to be the case, and you're going to get the big ones where you get Squirrell come down, and people are stood in the queues outside. But hey, if you're going to hear really good speakers, it's worth standing in the queues. It is, and I think there's so much going on this year that hopefully you won't be stood in the queue too long.
So another question. I read the program, and I was wondering, do you think it's a very tricky question.
Okay.
Do you think it's right that Cannes Lions, or the organization, are inviting people like Sarah Jessica Parker or Bono to tell creatives how advertising should be?
Yeah, interesting. I mean, take the broad definition of creativity, I guess, and yeah, that is the case. But I mean, big names bring in the crowds. I mean, it's always been the case. It's why we use them for they endorse products.
Exactly.
Is it what you come here necessarily to hear? Possibly not. I sat in on a seminar for the Lions Health the other day with David Nutter, from the director from Games of Thrones. Fascinating guy, great work. The connection to healthcare, a little bit tenuous. I mean, he directed 10 episodes of ER. I mean, but the broader creativity, get you thinking, get you excited, yes. Value, arguable.
Okay, thanks for that honesty.
I'll get into trouble for that.
Probably. Another question, just to sum things up, what's the difference between independent agencies and network agencies?
Cannes Lions has a definition which I think is quite good. Basically, the top 5 holding companies are the networks, and the publicists and the Omnicoms, etc. Anything else, even if it's a sort of publicly quoting company like Shine, for example, to all intents and purposes, we, the Network One, would regard as an independent because it's not owned by one of the big 5, which really opens up the doors. And you come to somewhere like this and you realise just how important the independent sector is. I mean, it is the birthplace, of course, for much great creative talent that you see today, and it's nice to see that it's actually being recognised in places like this. And I was at the Healthcare Lions a couple of days ago, and it was great to see that Langland, an independent agency from the UK, won Agency of the Year against the networks. Wow. I've got nothing against the networks, I add. It's just that I'm obviously biased because our business is in the independent sector.
Gottes schönste Gabe.
Gottes schönste Gabe
ist der Schwabe.
Ist der Schwabe. Have I just sold my mother on?
No, you did. Gottes greatest gift is the Swabian.
Okay.
And it's a rhyme. So it's Gottes schönste Gabe ist der Schwabe.
Got it. Yeah. Okay. I'll go.
I'll go for it.
I'll go.
We're fine with that. Thank you so much. Bye bye.